What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the latest Inflight200 releases from May through mid-June of 2025. I haven't done one of these Inflight200 release videos in a little while, so I think it's time to get caught up on that, since there has been at least a couple of batches that have been announced in the time since I have done one of these videos, which was back at the start of May, so been roughly 6 weeks since I last did one. So we've got our first announcement. This is posted May 10th on the Waffle Collectibles newsletter. So to get us started, we have a DHL A330-300, a German registration, and it looks like some type of special sticker there in the back. A Canadian Airlines 737-200, I believe that must be some type of special hybrid or something, but I can't exactly tell just with the quality of the photo there on the display. So go ahead and pull it up on a separate monitor so I can actually see what's going on here, because I don't want to do it on the main device that I'm recording the screen on, otherwise it's going to screw things up. But it looks like it's just marked as a 1996 livery. We have an Air Canada 763. Very cool. That one specifically is the Free Spirit Experience Aboriginal Culture livery. It's got like a nice bird on it. Very tiny Air Canada logos. I've not seen that special livery before. Northwest DC 1040. Very nice. And this is one of these weird hybrid tails where it has the thermometer livery, but it also has the Landor logo, the Landor design bowling shoe logo on the tail. There's quite a few of these aircraft that existed. And then fitting KLM is right below that, the DC 1030 with the older dark cheat line on it. Then we have a KM Malta Airlines A320neo, it looks like. I believe that is a neo based on the larger engines, and that it is a 251 model specifically. Caledonian 707, very cool. And then a Continental 737-100. Not very often when you get to see a 737-100 in any scale, which is basically, that's the base model of the 737. The 200 is a little more well-known. That's essentially just a slightly stretched version of this 737. So I did not know that they actually had these, but I imagine they were not very, they didn't stay in the fleet very long. American 737-800 in the chrome livery, specifically November 889er, November. Then a Qantas 767-200. See, this one has anything special to it. Just named the city of Wollongong. I don't know if I pronounced that right. And then a United 777-300ER, November 2250 uniform. Very, very nice. And then, so we move down towards the end of the list, there's a 787-9 house livery. And then a Land 787-8. And then this Etihad 787-10. This is this, like, blue one. Forgetting the livery. It's a Greenliner livery. That's the Greenliner one. So I guess to promote just how environmentally friendly and fuel efficient the Dreamliner is. So that is the first announcement that we have from Inflight200. There might not be as many as I initially thought, but I'll just go ahead and quickly verify that I didn't miss anything. There's some arrivals from May 20th, but that's not what I'm looking for. We're looking for some new pre-orders, and there is a second page from June 3rd. So I thought there would have been like a third or even a fourth one. Or actually, no, there is a third one just below that, May 30th. Part of a big collection sale that he got in recently. And then a bunch of Inflight200 announcements. Let's see where those bad boys are listed. Underneath a bunch of NG restocks. There we go. That's what we want to see. Starting off, we have a Lufthansa A320 with Yes to Europe. A Yes to Europe sticker on it. So once again, I'll head over to my other monitor so that I can check to see what this one exactly is. And this one specifically would be Yes to Europe, which it is. Regular A320, not a Neo. Then we have a DHL Smart Links Airlines Malta A321. So one of those DHL hybrids that exist. And then here's a very bold one, Cathay Pacific A321 Neo. So this one is actually labeled as Cathay Pacific, because typically with Waffle, he likes to label the Cathay Pacific models as miscellaneous. And there's also Singapore A350, and I think he does that the same way too, especially in 1 to 400, but I guess not so much in 1 to 200. Either that or something got worked out. German Wings A320. I like that like neon yellow on the tail. That is a very bright color. Ooh, almost burns your eyes looking at it. at least just on the preview image anyway. Jetstar A320 Neo in here. Let's see which one specifically this is. And this is the main Jetstar. This isn't Jetstar Asia, which if you haven't heard yet, they're actually shutting down very soon here. So sad to hear that, as they will now just operate with 2 main divisions now. Then we have a Buzz 737 MAX 8. This is like this Ryanair sub-brand, I believe. And yep, so Polish registered, Sierra Papa Dash Romeo Zulu Hotel. Then we have a Singapore Cargo 747-400. Air Canada 333, Charlie Dash Foxtrot India Uniform Romeo. Then we have a Japan Airlines 762 in this old livery. I like that old livery. From the 70s specifically, so this is probably like a new delivery if I had to guess. Or at least that's what they're trying to go after. Then we have an Air Canada 763 with the toothpaste livery. There were some rumors swirling around that they were going to bring a couple back into passenger service, but that never really materialized. Another JAL aircraft, 788 this time. Then a French Air Force DC-8. Ooh, hello. That talks right up my alley. Wow, that's actually really fancy. I did not know they actually had these. Registered as 46130. Very, very cool to see that. Great way to cap off the second batch from the end of May, and then we have a third post from June 3rd. Starting off, Royal Australian Air Force 707-300. And this shouldn't be labeled as anything special. Nope, it's just a 707, a 338C variant. Then we have an Air Zaire 732, one of the many unique carriers that are out there. This one from that same country name. And this one, yep, it's from Africa. Dan Air 733 for Dan Air London. Very nice. And then here's the Pan Am 734. This isn't the original Pan Am. I don't know which one this is. I think because there's a Pan Am 2 and a Pan Am 3, but I think this aircraft has operated for Swiffair prior to them being bought out and merging with like iAero and all that. And I think iAero shut down as well. United 767-200 in the Unicon livery. So this is one of the ex-Continental airframes that United had for a few years after the merger. Maybe not even that long, but yeah, they were gone pretty quickly. Mexicana 763. And then there is an NASA DC-8 72. So again, another DC-8 in this release. Very nice. So this is one of the several aircraft that NASA has for like flight testing and whatnot. I assume this is what they would have used it for, but this aircraft probably not active with them anymore. Or maybe it's in a museum somewhere. Aeromexico 7879, standard livery. United DC-10-10. This is with the polished belly on it. So I believe that polished belly is like an early variant of the Salbass livery. And of course it would be because it has the smaller United titles. I think some even were like that before delivery. Then our last release, a TWA Lockheed TriStar in here with the filled in twin stripes titles. And this is specifically a TriStar 1-50, so it'll just be a TriStar 1 technically. But looking really good with Inflight200 this month. Overall, a great set of announcements for this manufacturer that I try to cover just to give them a spotlight, at least, on the channel, since I do so many manufacturers across the board here. So always nice to check out and see what's going on in the 1-200 department, and there's certainly a lot of variety that gets released over there, even if their release schedule is like once every couple of weeks, it seems like, because they're always releasing something. So always fun to check out what's going on over there. With that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.